Say church family. Say peace family. Say New Mexico is round here for more instructions. College Park, Georgia checking in on Uncle Willie. I appreciate that right there. Just come right on in the door, sit right on down, tap your neighbor, and tell them that we is live right now. Say ready for the midday service. This is the midday news brought to you by Willie Williams. This is the Willie Williams Show. Also, listen, please remember go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Y'all check out a few things. If you'd like to support a player over from the website, click on the gear link, something like that. Pick up something for you and your loved ones. We really do appreciate that. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, click around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. What I need from you today is to be looking, sharing, telling somebody about a player around here. We got to get the likes up over 500. We try to do likes over 500 so we can continue to build, so we can continue to move forward out here in these streets. Please, 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 if you like to support the machine more than that right there, we do got a PayPal link down in the description. We got $ Willie Williams Show. That's the Cash App. If you just so happen to use Super Chat, please do not do over $5. I still don't know if I get that right there. We can also be heard on Anchor and Spotify. For those of you who cannot watch the midday show, I know a lot of y'all be ducking supervisors and managers and shift managers and people who think that they supervisors and stuff like that, because we don't want you to get write-ups and verbal warnings. This is something that we're not trying to do out here in these streets. And please, please, please follow me on IG and Twitter at the WW Show. You say, hey, Willie the 801, Salt Lake City, Utah, back in the mother for 30 minutes of 5 people watch 283 and your 9. That's what's up. Say, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Say, Publix driver listening on this rainy day in Georgia. Just be careful. Slow it down. As they say with truckers, drop 10. You know what I'm saying? Drop 10 if the weather bad and the roads is wet and slippery and all that fly stuff right there, so you can stay safe and you can go home to you and yours. That's what's up. The 843 is up in the building. Speak, Pastor. I'm fin to, as we say around here in these streets. Listen. How y'all doing? How is everyone going? This is also a podcast for those of you who may not know. This is why we can also be heard on Anchor and Spotify. We're trying to do the most out here so we can, get out there. We can make this thing go national out here in these streets. We got to get our name out there, the things that we're doing out and about. But look, I'm not going to hold you, because this is how the midday news they go. It's about news. It really is about the news that you have missed, news that you is not privy to, the news that don't go up and down your news feed on your social medias. Here we go, y'all. We got to go on and get into an update about the man, the husband who had done killed the wife. They came out with a little bit more. We got more information, so watch it.
Now to a deadly domestic shooting in Northeast Miami-Dade. A husband killing his wife in front of her child at a Jewish community center.
And we're now learning that is not the first time the suspects had a run-in with the law. Local 10's Roy Ramos is live to explain his dangerous past. Roy.
Yeah, he does have a very violent criminal history. It dates back to 1994 with charges that include armed robbery to kidnapping, and the list goes on and on. He is now back behind bars, and you can now add a murder charge to his rap sheet.
I just want to point that out to y'all, the long, lengthy sheet that the husband have. The wife picked the husband.
Good afternoon, Mr. Watts.
45-year-old Carl Watts Jr. faced a Miami-Dade County judge after police said he shot and killed his wife, 30-year-old Chandel Harris, Sunday.
Sir, you were arrested for 1 count of second-degree murder and 1 count of possession of a firearm, weapon, or ammunition by a convicted felon.
Investigators said it all happened at the Jewish Community Center near Northeast 189th Street and 25th Avenue while Harris was at her daughter's swim lessons.
He shot the victim multiple times.
In the arrest report we obtained, it states Watts offered to pay Harris money to drop charges against him for stabbing her multiple times the day prior.
The day prior, remember, he stabbed her and she said, baby, please, please, please. Please don't press charges on me, although the state may pick it up if you go ahead on and report that right there. So please, just look out for me. You know what I'm saying? The 334 to Monkey Town is in the building. Here we go.
When she refused to accept, he shot and killed her. While watching.
That's why he shot and killed her, because she did not. She decided to not. Hell, she decided to press charges. That's.
Now faces a second-degree murder charge, which may change.
To me, it looks like there's probable cause for first-degree murder.
We've learned he has a lengthy criminal history.
Look at all that. All of that is him. Docket after docket after docket, crime after crime after crime after crime after crime. She picked her husband.
You may remember when we told you how he was a person of interest when his girlfriend, Chiquita Scott, disappeared in June of 2014.
Chiquita Scott disappeared. His girlfriend. Whoa, wait a minute. I called a date. Hold on.
First-degree murder.
We've learned he has a lengthy criminal history. You may remember when we told you how he was a person of interest when his girlfriend, Chiquita Scott, disappeared in June of 2014.
2014. So he was not married. He was not married to the wife that he killed now. So that's 2014. All right. Mind you, his record go back to the 90s.
While he was never arrested in that case, she has never been found. In July that same year, Fort Lauderdale police arrested him for attempting to kidnap an 18-year-old girl at a bus stop.
See, he tried to get a youngin' in the same year. That's 2014. Caught on camera.
Fortunately, she got away. I found Watts' violent past dates back to 1994 with charges that include grand theft, armed robbery, drug trafficking, and kidnapping. He was in and out of prison from 2004 to 2007, but it is this brutal murder of his own wife that could now have him spending the rest of his days behind bars.
I'm holding no bond.
No bond.
So you may be asking yourself, why wasn't Watts arrested at the time he allegedly stabbed his wife the day prior to that shooting? Well, we reached out to City of Miami Police. They tell us that he had already left the scene by the time police officers arrived. As for that second-degree murder charge, right now we are working to find out if it will be changed to a first-degree murder charge. I'll have more on that coming up on Local 10 at 5:30. For now, outside of the Metro Justice Building here in Miami, Roy Ramos, Local 10 News.
You say, goddamn, say, she married this monster. But let me talk to you about monsters. A whole lot of females like is what is called the bad boy. A whole lot of females like, if you've been to jail, you got your badge of honor. That's a turn on for a lot of females. Now you gotta ask, he was not with his wife in 2014. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So that's 5, 8. So she was 30. In 2014, she was 22. I don't know if he got with her in 2014, but that's typically what the young girls like out here. The old thug. Right? This is who a lot of them decide to procreate with. Have a good time and try to live their best life with. Sometimes it don't work out that way. A lot of people will say, and I'm pretty sure families and friends will say, he ain't have to do her like that. He could have just walked away. But y'all didn't know about his past. Y'all didn't know about his criminal history. Somewhere in his criminal history says he's not the type to just walk away. He had an ex-girlfriend that they still ain't found. I'm just saying. You have to think about this here. But. You can choose who you want to choose. You can live your best life, and we do promote living your best life. Do not let nobody scare you. Do not let somebody background scare you from falling in love with them, because as we have been told out here, you can't help who you fall in love with. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say out here in these streets? Moving right along, I'm not even much gonna hold you. Look at, hold on. Shout out to Dynasty for the $4 cash up. I appreciate that right there. Here we go, y'all. Listen. We spoke yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, about what's called ghost guns. Ghost guns. I didn't know what the hell a ghost gun was. You know what I'm saying? I'm educated, and I didn't know what a ghost gun was because this is like a new thing that is going on out here. People are deciding to make guns outside of the gun manufacturer facility. Here we go.
A 21-year-old Nassau County man
21.
is accused of building 3D ghost guns. Police were called to the Massapequa home on Saturday. CBS 2's Carolyn Gussoff reports that investigators say that he shot himself cleaning one of his homemade guns.
The house on Phillips Road in Massapequa fits right in, an American flag and Easter decor, but inside, Nassau police say it wasn't your typical suburban home. They were called here Saturday by a mother after 21-year-old son Gerald Gilrain shot himself through the hand.
We recovered a 9mm semi-automatic 3D ghost gun. So this is your ghost gun. The bottom part.
Look at it. That's a ghost gun. Remember, years ago, they came out with the 3D printers saying that you can create anything. You can make anything, right? Well, they're creating anything.
It's made through 3D machines. That's plastic. The top part you buy through the mail with no serial number.
Nassau police.
I didn't know that you can buy a upper. For those of you with guns, no. I didn't know that you could buy barrels. Well, uppers is the ARs and the AKs or something. So the upper part, I didn't know that you can buy them without serial numbers. I never knew. And are they saying buying the ones without serial numbers, is it coming from a business or just coming from people selling them without serial numbers?
Displayed weapons and parts found in the house, including an assault rifle they say was made with 2 3D printers, plastic gun handles, clips, and frames, coupled with metal parts bought online, illegal and untraceable.
It's making it out of plastic, and then they can ship this. Undetectable when you go through the airport.
Gilrain is free on bail. No comment from people leaving the home. In court papers, he told police, I bought a 3D printer and I saw online that people were doing, and I thought it would be cool.
And I thought it would be cool. This is what the young folks, this is how the young folks is living their lives. Hell, it looks cool, so I do it. See, we did a little bit of this when we was coming up, though. But now it's just, well. I don't know. It's probably the same, but we just didn't have social media. So it probably is the same. That you like some, you see some, and you think it's cool, even though it could be dangerous. So I'm going to recant that statement.
People were doing, and I thought it would be cool. Police say this is no kid stuff, charging him with weapons manufacturing and possession. Also confiscated $3,000 in cash, a money counting machine, and other weapons. Shaken neighbors recall in February a local dentist was charged with assembling ghost guns.
I don't even understand how you can do that legal, buy the equipment to do it.
In Nassau, in 1 year, ghost gun arrests have risen from 4 to 30. Critics say laws need to close loopholes.
We need to really examine where these parts come from and how we can regulate them. But the biggest problem right now is the general atmosphere of lawlessness throughout New York State.
Gilrain's attorney told me he is a well-regarded young man who's never been arrested or charged before, adding the allegations took place inside the family home and, quote, never endangered the public whatsoever.
Let me stop you right there. How do you know it never endangered the public if he has been making these here? Maybe he was selling those there. They confiscated a money counter. Seemed to me like you've been making sales that you need to count your money, just in my mind. And typically you're not, you don't become a criminal until you get caught. You don't have an arrest record if you don't get caught. So just because we may be free from arrest don't mean that we ain't doing some illegal shit out here in these streets. I'm trying to help.
In Mineola, Long Island, Carolyn Gussoff, CBS 2 News.
Thank you. This is what your president was talking about, that we are going to have to ban ghost guns. Gonna have to ban the ghost guns. Well, can't you ban the ghost guns? I don't know how that part of the legislation will work, because I guess is ghost guns legal? I'm thinking like obviously not, but maybe they are if we need to ban them. I have no idea. Shout out to Chico for the $5 cash app. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Listen, a lot of us good parents, we really love our children, and because we love our children, we give them what is called freedom. Freedom to close their room door. But he was 21. Why he still at home with mama? I have no idea. You know, well, no. Let me take that right there back. There's a whole bunch of 21 to 25-year-olds are still home with the parents, which in a sense is understandable because the high rate of rent and the jobs just don't go together, being able to afford these apartments. So I do understand that part right there. But keeping these room doors closed and you not grown. Shout out to Lundy for the $2 super chat. Say lighter kid. Say lighter you kid. Say I don't bond. Dog you people no bond. Listen, didn't they say that they were gonna charge him with the manufacturing of weapons? I didn't know that you can get a bond for that. I had no idea, but I guess this is something that you can do. Shout out to Ray for the $15 cash app. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We got to move it right along. I'm not even much going to hold you because this is what you came here for. Shout out to everybody who was on break. Shout out to everybody who was on break, and to everybody who was going to go on break at 12:30 to join us. I really do appreciate that right there. Listen. Talk about good parents, and we are good parents. We are good parents. Don't let nobody confuse you, no matter how you treat your children, as long as like you got a roof, food and stuff, noodles and stuff like that right there. As long as your children got a phone, you as a good parent. Don't let nobody discourage you and make you want to do better. Why would we do that? But listen, I've often said out here, in case y'all don't know, I often say if a child has not learned how to defend for themselves and take care of themselves by the age of 2 months, damn, they ain't gonna make it out here. A 2-year-old boy was stabbed in the chest. Watch this.
Well, on Detroit's west side, a 2-year-old is stabbed in the chest, and his mom is in custody. It happened this morning, and Detroit police are saying that child will thankfully be okay. Let's get out to Megan Woods, who's live at the scene with more on what led up to this tragedy. Megan.
Yeah, well, we're here on Pearson Street where police say the young boy's father lives. So they're telling us that the mother drove here with their wounded son, and it was the father who took their child to the hospital.
I'm gonna stop right there. The child by that moment had the knife in the chest. She drove to the daddy house.
Police are still trying to figure out where this stabbing happened, and the bigger question is why?
Children are those gems that we protect, and anytime that they are the victims of violence that we perpetrate on them is just a sad thing.
A 2-year-old boy
Great question. What did the 2-year-old do? There you go.
Stabbed in the chest. It's early in the investigation, but Detroit Police Commander Arnold Williams says the evidence is pointing to the mother as the suspect.
She did give us a story that it was her boyfriend that did it, but the boyfriend was at his home sleep.
She blamed the meat that she been receiving.
Yeah, cameras around his house, so at this time we believe that the mother was responsible for this violence against her own child. She is currently in custody at this time.
It's still unclear where the stabbing happened.
The information we had, it may have taken place in the area of 7 Mile and Pearson. That was initially what we had, but we had nothing to show that was the case.
He says the mother drove here to her son's father's home on Pearson Street, so it is possible that 2-year-old was stabbed in the car.
He stabbed him in the car. It's possible. Allegedly stabbed the baby in the car.
From what we received, she wanted the child's father to know that the child had been stabbed.
sounds to me like a paternity case. Just in my mind. Go ahead.
And it was the child, when she got here, it was the child's father who took the child to the area hospital.
That child is in temporary serious condition and will live, but for investigators, uncovering what led up to this moment isn't easy.
We have violence that occurs throughout our city all the time, and this violence is perpetrated by the mother of her own child.
That's right.
And again, the good thing here is that child is going to be okay, but police are still trying to figure out why this would happen and the specifics on where this stabbing happened. So, of course, if you have any information, you're asked to call police. They said this investigation is not over, but again, the primary suspect in all of this, they're saying, is the mother.
But you say, baby, but you saying that as if these good mamas is not trying to take their children out. As if we don't have multiple videos of the mama hurting their baby. You gonna say it like, oh my God, I can't believe it was a mother. And you do the news, baby. But I do understand that you got to play that character sometimes, you know what I'm saying? To show that you care and show that this is hurtful to you, and like, come on, baby. Around here, we don't pretend to care. So let's watch.
Information, you're asked to call police. They said this investigation is not over, but again, the primary suspect in all of this, they're saying, is the mother.
But again, the primary suspect. I understand what you're doing, but because around here we don't pretend to care and we gonna put the shit out there, you know what I'm saying? Children is best left with their mamas. Don't let nobody confuse you. Do not let nobody try to change the law either. Leave these children with their good mamas. That baby told law enforcement, listen, my boyfriend stabbed my baby. Then what you gonna do? She dropped the dime on the boyfriend, which the boyfriend was at the crib, and the boyfriend have cameras. That's why he was able to be exempt from this investigation. Back it up.
We say the young boy's father lives, so they're telling us that the
I didn't know that y'all got these. Why them houses so small? 2022. I don't know.
mother drove here with their wounded son, and it was the father who took their child to the hospital. Police are still trying to figure out where this stabbing happened, and the bigger question is why.
We could throw out some things. A breakup, all right, cool. He about to get custody. Or he filed for custody. Or she asked him for a few dollars or something, and she couldn't get that paper. Maybe this was his week to keep the baby, and she didn't want to drop the baby off. You know what I'm saying? But she did, hey, you want your child? There you go. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And that ying for the people on the podcast was me hitting my fist like a knife into her chest. Say the baby say, I want to go to my daddy. Oh, yeah. I want to be, dad. And he probably wouldn't shut up. The boy probably wouldn't shut up, asking for the one he loved. His daddy. He probably looked just like his daddy. Just like somebody, listen. Your children is in danger. Let me talk to all you players. Shout out to Sosa for the $5 cash app. Say, I'm here, Pastor. I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate that right there. Look. Your children's life is in danger if you and the baby mama is not on good terms and y'all have separated. Your children is in danger when they say daddy. Either one can get them with a knife in their chest. You never know. Either one can get them burnt alive in the oven. You never know. You never know if your child gonna end up in the garbage bag, cut up, and left in the trunk. You don't know if your child gonna be cut up and taken to the woods in the state that you used to live in. You have no idea.
Children are those gems that we protect, and anytime that they are the victims of violence that we perpetrate on them is just a sad thing.
That is a little twin.
A 2-year-old boy stabbed in the chest. It's early in the investigation, but Detroit Police Commander Arnold Williams says the evidence is pointing to the mother as the suspect.
She did give us a story that it was her boyfriend that did it, but the boyfriend was at his home sleep. He had cameras around his house. So.
The boyfriend was at the crib sleep, cameras around the house, and I hope he break up with that bitch. But listen. Typically, when our little la-la send us to jail and shit, who the first person we get back with when we get out? Her. We go right back to the same person who done caught them people on us. Because we love our little head. Man, she ain't mean it. You know what I'm saying? She was just mad that day. You know what I'm saying? She ain't mean to remove me from the public and put me at the resort. She ain't really mean it. She just wanted to show me that she really cared about me.
So, at this time, we believe that the mother was responsible for this violence against her own child. She is currently in custody at this time.
It's still unclear.
That baby gonna get a bond. Why? Listen. I'm gonna keep up with this story. I promise you that baby is gonna get a bond because she's no threat to society. She only a threat to a child. And then she's gonna get the bond, and then the court's gonna tell her, you may have you can't be around your baby at all. Hell, you can't be around no children. And they might put on the ankle bracelet or something like that, but hell, she probably ain't even got to come up with the whole. The bond is going to be 10% of whatever they give, depends on what state. But she probably ain't even got to come up with the whole goddamn thing. Hell, maybe the dude that she tried to frame for stabbing her son, gone bond out. That's what's up.
Where the stabbing happened.
The information we had, it may have taken place in the area of 7 Mile and Pearson. That was initially what we had, but we had nothing to show that was the case.
He says the mother drove here to her son's father's home on Pearson Street, so it is possible that 2-year-old was stabbed in the car.
From what we received,
Willie, I'm gonna say that they weren't together because the fool didn't know he was on camera, or he has a camera. Whoa, because the fool didn't know he had cameras. So he was probably just smashing her. You know what I'm saying? And she really couldn't come around his crib like that right there. She was probably just a little weekend, a little boo thing, a sneaky leak. What's the new term that they call? A sneaky link or something to where a booty call.
She wanted the child's father to know that the child had been stabbed. And it was the child, when she got here, it was the child's father who took the child to the area hospital.
Ooh, say Willie, maybe the boyfriend wanted to break up with her because of the baby. Ooh, remember that broad some years ago that killed all 5 of her babies? If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me about this story. I could be wrong, but I remember, I think she had 4 or 5 kids. She killed them all, or she attempted to kill them all and shit because the new man didn't want children. A good mama.
That child is in temporary serious condition and will live, but for investigators, uncovering what led up to this moment isn't easy.
We have violence that occurs throughout our city all the time, and this violence is perpetrated by the mother of her own child.
Leave the churn. Churn best left with their mama. Yeah. Sneaky link. That's what's up. Leave the churn with their mama. Don't listen. Stop fighting for custody and all that. Nope, because they say the best parent is in the child's best interest is what they say, and the thing that's on paper out here in these streets when it come down to parenting. Even though the child may like the father more than the mother, but the child need to be with the mama. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Y'all, we got to move it right along. Shout out to Donnie for the $15 cash up. I appreciate the support, y'all. I really, really, really do. I really, really do. And I don't like to speak on what we need to continue to happen, but we do got a PayPal, a Cash App, and a Super Chat in case y'all like to support the machine, because here we go. We got to move it on. Okay. All right. Saw this one, a grieving mother, because mothers be grieving when their children pass away, and rightfully so. Children, you don't want to lose your children. Typically, children is supposed to bury the parents. Okay, understood. That's what's up. Round here, yesterday I told y'all, if anybody got the hookup for some sponsors or something like that, I would like to sponsor some insurances. I need insurance company sponsors. Damn it, I do a good work when I'm talking about insurance out here, because we need this shit. We need it. Say, are you talking about the Andrea Yates case that killed the fire chief? Yeah. I think that's her. Andrea Yates. I think that is her. I think that is her, Andrea. I believe so. It was because the new boyfriend don't like Sharon like that right now. You know what I'm saying? So she said, oh, you don't. Oh, well, that's not a problem. I off all 5 of them about that meat. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of love. And she was proving her love. You got to give that good mama credit. She was proving her love to the new man. That's what's up. Moving right along. Listen, as I say out here, you need insurance. We need insurance on our children. I know a lot of people, we really don't care about that right now because we don't see the come up. We don't see the come up. We think that our children is going to bury us. We really got that misconception. I don't know when there's a whole bunch of young folk dying too. You know what I'm saying? This grieving mother says she cannot afford to bury her baby. Shout out to Tyreek for the $10 cash out. Say at work, watching on the low. Yeah, you better duck down. Watch 12-3-6 and your 9. Remember. Don't get caught. Let me say it low. Don't get caught. Don't get your first verbal warning. Do not do that. Trying to tell you something. Be safe. Appreciate you for rocking. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead on and get into a grieving mother. She cannot afford to bury her baby. Watch.
Like, I don't understand, like, whatever it was that made you upset with my daughter could be replaced. Like, my daughter's life can't be replaced. I can't bring her back.
That's right.
Termise Johnson is experiencing an emptiness she's never felt before. On March 20th, her daughter, 25-year-old Taitaquisha Pearson, was shot and killed.
Wait.
Pearson was the mother.
What?
March 20th, her daughter, 25-year-old Taitaquisha Pearson.
Mother. Taija Creesha, listen, notice something. When they put the pictures up, they typically have a name up under the picture. In my mind, listen, I'm not talking down to nobody, but typically they put the picture up, they put the name up under it. I don't think that they could spell the name. I am trying to think about the vowels and the punctuation that I'm supposed to use. I can't. Hold on. I had to stop it right there. Hold on. Listen.
March 20th, her daughter, 25-year-old Taitaquisha Pearson.
Taitaquisha Pearson. I can't, man.
Was shot and killed. Pearson was the mother of a 2-year-old little boy. Termise tells 8 on Your Side she still feels numb.
The detective was like, is your Termise? And I was like, yes. And he was like, I'm sorry, but your daughter has been murdered.
That murder happened at this home on 23rd Street South in St. Petersburg. According to court documents, Jarrell Hall shot Taitaquisha 13 times after learning she flushed his drugs down the toilet. Taitaquisha's mom learned the details at the hospital.
And the nurse came out and told me, she was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, we tried everything we could to try and save her. She was like, well, she passed at 410. She was like, she said, I counted over 12 bullets.
Now this mother of 10 on a fixed income is trying to figure out how she's going to pay for her daughter's final expenses.
I had it set for this weekend to have it, and then I had to push it back to next weekend because I'm still trying to get up the funds that I need to make sure that I can have a proper burial for her.
Man, bag it
Like,
up.
I don't understand, like, whatever it was that made...
You, baby, listen. As we say, we don't bash the bonnets. All we saying, we just hope that the bonnets match the outfits. That's all we say. Oh, yeah. A mother of 10? Yes, be fruitful and multiply.
With my daughter.
Of course, you possibly cannot afford to bury your child. Hell, you probably can't keep up with all them policies. Can we just be honest? Talk about a proper burial. Why not just cremate the child? You don't have the paper, so now you're going to be reaching out to strangers, friends and families and strangers to help you pay for the child. And it'd be funny how people want a proper burial and they do not have the funds to have a proper burial.
Could be replaced. Like, my daughter's life can't be replaced. I can't bring her back.
Tramice Johnson is experiencing...
So she got the black bonnet on. So black is neutral. So all right, cool.
An emptiness she's never felt before. On March 20th, her daughter, 25-year-old Taitaquisha Pearson...
I can't get over that. Hashtag cremation. I'm not talking down. Damn it, it's an option. When you can't afford something. Hell, even if you can afford, don't give them people all your goddamn money. We got to grow up, man.
Was shot and killed. Pearson was the mother of a 2-year-old little boy. Tramice tells 8 on Your Side she still feels numb.
The detective was like, is your Tramice? And I was like, yes. And he was like, I'm sorry, but your daughter has been murdered.
Shout out to Scott for the $5 cash app. Say thank you for the live pass. I try to do the best that I can Monday through Friday. Damn it, I got to be here to show y'all this stuff.
Murder
man.
happened at this home on 23rd Street South in St. Petersburg. According to court documents, Jarrell Hall shot Taitaquisha 13 times.
He shot her 13 times about that work. If y'all dealing with people with that work, leave people work alone.
Times after learning she flushed his drugs down the toilet.
I believe, all right, watch it. I believe that the only reason females, the only probably about 2-3 reasons females will flush that work is if she find out that's cheating. If you want to break up, you putting her out the crib or something. Or it's just like Wednesday or something. Like it's just Wednesday or Thursday or something. And it's flush your work day. But it can be pretty much any reason. But typically, it's cheating and or a breakup. Say she was cute and thought she can get away with it. Exactly. This is why I do what I do. Listen to you, babe. You babies, I do understand. Y'all still is under the belief that males shouldn't do nothing to y'all when y'all provoke a situation. And y'all ended up dead. Y'all is ending up dead when you wake up. Y'all is ending up dead when you wake up. Because you're cute. Because society has lied to y'all. Say you got that work on consignment. Ooh, somebody done fronted him that work. Ooh, he got to pay that work back and you done flushed that work, bitch. Girl. She was a young girl too, so she really don't understand the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've been fronted that work. Ooh, I got to come up with the paper. You flushed the work, so now I got to get more work. And the work that I put in to get rid of this work, all this shit I make is gone. I make no profit at all because I had to get double work to make up for the work that you flushed. I'm trying to tell you something.
Quisha's mom learned the details at the hospital.
And the nurse came out and told me, She was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, we tried everything we could to try and save her. She was like, but she passed at 410. She was like, she said, I counted over 12 bullets.
Now this mother of 10 on a fixed income.
Babies, listen. Let me help y'all out. Shout out to Tony for the $5 cash out. They say we take lunch early so we can tune in. I appreciate that right there. But if you got to duck your supervision now, if you got to duck them bosses and stuff like that, duck them now. Listen, I don't want y'all to get the write-ups, man. But I appreciate y'all being here, taking a chance. You know what I'm saying? Listen to all my babies out there who get peed in, as we say, if you're new around here. Peeing in is males ejaculating in females. You ain't gotta produce all the children, man. I don't understand, but I do understand the mindset of the females who produce multiple so many children, because they know that the government state and government is going to take care of them. The state and the government becomes the daddy. That's why it's okay to keep having all these children. Baby, you're on a fixed income now because of whatever reason, baby. But if you wouldn't have had 10, I don't believe that you would have been on a fixed income now, baby. Like if you'd have had 2 back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Mother of 10 on a fixed income, that's poor monkey management. Because you at the least, got peed in 10 times. I don't know, was it by the same person or multiple guys? We have no idea. But you not with now one of them? Baby, 10 kids. Oh, she don't need to be with now one of them because, believe you me, the child support, believe you me, the government is there. But through all that, later in your age, baby, later in your age, even though you've been getting the benefits, now, it has not been said she get the benefits. In my opinion, she gets the benefits. You got 10 kids. You get the benefits, just in my mind, and I could be wrong. Shout out to BBJ for the $5 super chat. Say he only has to make up soapy water to wash drawers in prison. That's it. But listen, if you don't want to be in this predicament, this position that this young lady is in, this young mother is in, do not produce 10. There's ways to not produce children. Say my sister working on her 11. Jesus. Ooh, oh, y'all doing the thing out here with that monkey. With all the typically, people who is not on government assistance would never, watch this, would never produce 10 children. Why? Why would you say that, Willie? Because they know they would have to pay for and sponsor the children themselves. That's why. As long as the government is doing it, they will continue without a problem.
Is trying to figure out how.
Shout out to Josiah for the $2 super chat. Say no life insurance. Say, what is you doing, baby? I'm trying to listen. Ooh. And people been liking my comments. Say, Willie. You talk about the life insurance and stuff, and like, it don't make you feel better to have life insurance. Listen, she on the fixed income. She got 10. One just died. What if she had a policy for 50 grand right now? Hey, 100. Ooh, Jesus. One of your children's passing away can change your life. I know we don't want to look at it like that, but your children is a liability until you turn them into an asset. And life insurance possibly could turn the children into an asset. We hope it don't happen. I understand that. But there's a 50-50 chance it is going to happen.
how she's going to pay for her daughter's final expenses.
I had it set for this weekend to have it, and then I had to push it back to next weekend because I'm still trying to get up the funds that I need to make sure that I can have a proper burial for her.
That's straight. Oh, cute. Well, her filters is beautiful. She was probably a beautiful young lady, but it's so hard for us to tell who's pretty, who's beautiful with filters and shit. Filters and makeup and all that shit with their representatives. It's hard for us to really tell who is beautiful and pretty. We don't know. And she was probably beautiful and pretty. Because according to her representative is pretty. It is. Say I have 160,000 on myself. I'm trying to tell you something. But mama, listen. Because you didn't have insurance on her, and I know you're on the fixed income, baby, but there's so many ways out here to get that paper to where we can do $7-8 a month for a child, baby. God, come on now. We can do $7-8 a month for life insurance on your other children, or about 2-3 on. We can do that, even on the fixed income. All we gotta do is just cut something out, or do something else to get you $10-15 more. We're not bashing nobody. I'm pointing out something. This is called a failure. We good parents, but we failing. I know. It's like, Willie, how does that go together? I don't know. I just said it. We good parents, but we failures out here in these streets. Now you got to ask yourself, why was your child with the neighborhood entrepreneur, baby? Didn't I have done just told y'all that let me I say something. That females pick these dudes. You females pick these players. That's what y'all do. Let me put this on the screen before I go to the next thing. I found it. Andrea Yates, and it said, Andrea Pia Yates is an American woman from Houston, Texas, who confessed to drowning her 5 children in the bathtub on June 20th, 2001. She had been suffering for some time from severe postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, and schizophrenia. They put all that there on her to try to get her to not rot in prison. That's what they use. That's what they went to classifying her as they was going through the trial. She postpartum. That's what's up. That's what's up. Moving right along. Not even much gonna hold you. Hey, man. We got to love our children, but not really. But as long as we have life insurance, that is another way of loving the rest of your children if one of your children pass. Shout out to Quincy X for the $2 cash out. Say I be shaking the policies like dice churn outside. I'm trying to 10. One of them is liable to pass away. Come on, y'all. It's just the odds. And for those of you who do not know where to get you some life insurance, Google it, man. Google where to get life insurance from. We have New York Life, we have Globe, we have Gerber, we have I'm pointing out the wrong thing. So many different companies. Damn it, Nationwide is on your side. Have you not heard of the commercial? Ladder Life, Globe Life Insurance. We got Med Life. State Farm, damn it, your car insurance company is damn near doing life insurance policies. Presidential, Financial, Northwest Mutual, Primerica, what the you damn near can create your own damn insurance out here in these streets. I'm just trying to help, man. I really am just trying to help. We got to move you right along. I am not trying to bring down your spirits. We not into bringing the spirits down. I hear in these streets. This is not what we supposed. Damn, I saw something. Oh, yeah. That's not what we supposed to be doing. Listen, we finna have to go on and get into the main event. The Amazon workers in Staten Island vote to unionize, and they won. What do you think about that? They vote to unionize, to bring folk together because of the problems that they have been experiencing working for the great company Amazon that the great entrepreneur Jeff Bezos owns. Say USAA insurance policy is the truth. Okay. Colonial Penn, Colonial Penn. Get some insurance around here. Come on now, y'all. We have to focus more than the BS that is out here in these YouTube streets. Listen, we can focus more. We can focus more on BS when we got our stuff together. I promise you that right there. When you got all your I's crossed and your T's dotted, you can have more fun. You can pay attention to a whole bunch of BS then because you got your stuff together. Everything's in line. You know what I'm saying? What else I have? Bam, bam, bam. Moving right along. We got that right there. All right, bam. Let's go ahead on and get into it. Shout out to everybody who works for companies who have a union. A lot of people, they get afraid of talking union on the job because a lot of times it will get you fired. Don't say that shit out loud. Aflac Insurance, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, don't say it out loud about unionizing at your job. Companies try their best to keep unions out of the job because they know they will have to pay their employees a hell of a lot more than they paid their employees. But here you go.
Here is historical. This is for them. It's not for me personally. It's for them. Like, when I explain that to people, I'm saying, oh, we're going to do this for you. I'm like, no, you're doing it for yourselves. This is for y'all. And that every vote count and every vote mattered. Their voices were heard. And like I said, it's Amazon versus the people, and the people have spoken.
The people have spoken out there. Because of the things that Amazon workers have been going through, I have been seeing videos for the longest and people that have been speaking out. I did not know that y'all drivers, your Amazon drivers, got to ride around with water bottles to piss in. That's the videos that I saw. Just say.
I'm a bit late to the party. As is already, I apologize. But what precedent do you feel this sets at other warehouses, especially in states like New York, where unions are stronger than they are in Alabama? What precedent does it set? Tell me.
This right here, this is going to be the catalyst for the revolution. That's exactly what this is. I just witnessed that. That's all I can say about it. This is the catalyst for the revolution. Just like Starbucks. Y'all see what's going on with the Starbucks unionizing across the country?
I didn't know that Starbucks was unionizing. See what I mean by, this is one of the biggest reasons that I started the Midday News Show. It was so much information that is being missed. We don't know what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? But now, since I've created the Midday News, you get all your information. You can stand at the water cooler and spit that shit out like you read it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I brought you the news.
We expect the same outcome We already got interest in 18 different buildings in several different states. Workers reaching out to us. We want to help every single person we could. And I'm happy, once again, that I was able to be a part of this experience. So we don't know how that's going to get done yet, but I can tell you that everybody behind me is all fighters.
Say wait. Say wait. Say wait till they start paying union dues. A lot of people don't know that there is dues that is associated with the unions for them to help you in need with the employer. Shout out to Shout out to Latricia. Yeah, I got you. Latricia for the $5 super chat. Say, hey, Willie, the 414 is checking in on my birthday. Say, thanks for the gift of that hot. Ooh, thanks for the gift of that hot. You bestow upon us much love and happy birthday. I appreciate it.
And we're going to fight to the very end. We're going to give it everything we got. And I'm confident that this won't be the last unionization for Amazon.
Say, be careful. Say he's a dead man walking. Watch 23-6 in your 9. Wow.
A lot of mainstream media might not be aware of workers like Daquan Smith, who was fired in homeless, workers like Sean Brown, who was testing workers for COVID and dropped dead suddenly.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the names that people might not know that suffered?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of names. Gerald Bryson is one of them. Jordan Flowers is one of them. Pushan Brown, Daquan Smith, myself. I've been on the.
Do you understand that these folks is unemployed? See, when you unemployed and you done got fired from your company, you got time. You got time. Let me bag it up a smidget because he finna say that he is unemployed too.
Myself, I've been unemployed. I need my job back, right?
Hold on.
Brown,
Yeah.
testing workers for COVID and dropped dead suddenly.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the names that people might not know that suffered?
Yeah, there's a whole lot of names.
You say they work 10-hour days. They will cut down to 8, which means less money. The hourly rate will be what the competition is in the city is paying their employees. Well, that's a good point.
Gerald Bryson is one of them. Jordan Flowers is one of them. Pushan Brown, Daquan Smith, myself. I've been unemployed. I need my job back, right? Still pending with the AG's office.
I don't understand that part. I've been unemployed. I need my job back. If I'm going this hard at a company, just in my mind, I don't want to work for that company. And I don't think that the company, just personally, I don't think that company should rehire you after you done set up a unionized situation. Hell no.
There's a lot of unheard voices, but the one that really, I'm glad you brought up Pushan Brown. She lost her life, 38 years old black woman, testing Amazon workers, testing her coworkers.
Wow.
In the middle of the pandemic, leaving behind her 12-year-old daughter Gabby, because Amazon made workers test each other.
Amazon made the workers test each other. I didn't know that.
No facial masks, no N95s, no cleaning, no gowns, no plexiglass in the warehouse. They had workers testing each other. I'm talking about Swab. And she died. She lost her life. And that company, all they did was put up the GoFundMe that we put out there. That's it. That's all. And to be honest with you, the more I think about that, it infuriates me. But thankfully, I was able to get connected with her and help amplify it to some degree, but it's not enough. And that's why unionizing and coming together for workers to have a platform to tell their stories is important, because
I got to start say shit, Willie. Say you need to see how Frito-Lay treat their workers, the mandatory 6-day work week and mandatory overtime. Jesus.
We need to hold the company accountable. Jeff Bezos needs to be held accountable. All the top executives need to be held accountable because they're doing injustice to these workers.
And shout out to Brandy for the $4.20 cash out. Say guy works 30 years plus years in said union to see any benefits. Oh wow!
They're stealing labor. They're stealing money. They forcing workers to work long hours, calling MET whenever they want. Workers are not safe.
And I have been hearing the workers' complaints from Amazon for at least 2 years.
And until they do better, once again, we're going to continue to organize. I want to celebrate now. Y'all good? Any questions?
How would we improve this process to give workers a voice in their own lives?
Say that one more time.
If we live in a just society, how would we improve this process to benefit workers?
Let me tell you something. When we started 11 months ago, where the hell was everybody at? So when y'all hear somebody's organizing the building, help it. Right off the bat, no questions. Just help. That's it. If I can do this unemployed, what's stopping anybody?
That's a good point.
That's it. Go.
If you feel like you have a problem with the company that you work for and they're mistreating you and there's possibly some things that you can do, you might want to try to do them things that you can do.
That's all I gotta say. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
So this is a big win for Staten Island, New York. I think, what is this? I think the next one goes down in Alabama. Alabama is trying to unionize too. That is what's going on. But I saw something else. Oh, wait. Because I don't want to play the whole thing. I just want to point out what workers are saying and about the facility and how the operation works. Let's go ahead on and put it up on the screen real quick. Let's see.
Jennifer Bates of the $2 an hour hazard bonus they received near the start of the pandemic. For Bates of the Bates, he'd still be nearly as rich as he was.
Shout out to Marzelia for the $5 super chat. Hey, sugar, there's just a little something to show. I think you are the shit. I appreciate that right there. Yes, I do.
Here in Bessemer, Alabama, to follow this epic battle for organized labor.
Watch it. The human cost.
Amazon reaped mind-boggling profits during the pandemic, and Jeff Bezos' personal wealth grew by about $70 billion. So even if he gave every U.S. Amazon employee a one-time $100,000 bonus, he'd still be nearly as rich as he was before the crisis. Instead, he stripped workers like Jennifer Bates of the $2 an hour hazard bonus they received near the start of the pandemic.
How many of y'all work for Amazon? Well, this probably just is an isolated incident that happened in Alabama. But how many of y'all got them $2 raise and then got the $2 taken away?
You see the shoes here. I've gone through them all. None of them work doing all that walking at Amazon.
As Jennifer gets ready for a 10-hour shift at Amazon, she worries about the toll it will take on her body.
I hope my legs don't start hurting. So that's really what's going through my mind.
Jennifer says the physical requirements of the job are grueling and unsustainable. She's been to the doctor for tests because her legs and ankles are swelling.
Your body is taking a hit. Once you get off, it's so excruciating.
You would think, damn, it's a job. Just 10 hours. But you can't make it. You can't do it. If you can't do it, you need to find something else. Right. That's what like a lot of us will think.
Walking out.
Some workers told AJ Plus they have to walk for miles during a shift and can't sit down except during official breaks.
Did you hear that? Typically, I would say because I haven't worked an 8-hour shift, I haven't worked an 8-hour shift since the 90s. So I don't know what working 8 is. I know what working 10, 12, or 16. I know what that right there is. You know what I'm saying? But because you have to stay standing until a break. Like you can't lean, a bit don't want you leaning or none of that right up. No, we want you working, be on your feet. Now that can be a problem for anybody.
For Jennifer, it's become so difficult that she wonders how she'll make it through the day.
I have 10 hours. And what goes on in my mind is I try to convince myself that everything's gonna be okay today.
And Jennifer says she's not alone.
It's amazing because as I sit in my car, I literally see people walking and limping.
Now, Jennifer and other workers are taking on one of the most powerful companies on the planet with a vote later this month on whether to unionize. And they faced an avalanche of union busting in response. Workers say they've been spammed by anti-union text messages and emails and are subjected to vote no messaging along the walls and even...
Shout out to Willie for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. Listen, this thing say unions can't. We can. Do what? I don't understand, but go ahead.
Bathrooms of the warehouse. Jefferson County even changed traffic signals outside the warehouse at Amazon's request. The union says it was to undermine canvassing efforts.
Do you know how much power you have and how much money that you bring to a city when you can call the traffic company, the traffic people, the state, the local city, and have the lights change? That means you putting in some money inside that community.
It's been so bad that members of Congress sent a letter to Jeff Bezos imploring him to, quote, stop these strong-arm tactics immediately.
Oh, so the government had to let them know that you're strong-arming your employees, huh?
Amazon is afraid of the power of the people, that now we'll have a voice and we'll be able to stand up. What they're afraid of now is that when the union comes in, now we're being forced to make you sit down and talk to us.
Amazon rejected our request to film inside the warehouse, but we pieced together clips from social media and personal accounts to give you an idea of what life inside is actually like. It looks something like this. Your job is a picker at the warehouse. You have to pull products from shelves powered by robots. These are called pods. A computer tracks how fast you work. It's called making rate. Want to stretch or take a few sips of water? That's going to eat up precious time. Need to get on a stepladder to reach a product? That's also going to cost you. You get a warning. You're not making rate.
You're not making rate. If you use the ladder, that they got for you to grab items, you do that shit too slow, you messing up your rate, baby.
For Daryl, a picker at Amazon's warehouse, it's that frantic push to be robotically efficient that chips away at his personal dignity. He works 10 to 12-hour shifts and worries about taking too long for a bathroom break.
If I need some water, I just don't walk on machine just cause. I walk on machine because I got an issue.
Warehouse workers get 2 30-minute breaks per shift, but outside of that, workers are being monitored anytime they're not performing their job.
Now, a lot of people say, damn, you get 2 30s. You should be good. Not really.
It's called TOT, or time off task. Picture this. You've been standing for 4 hours. It's time for a mandatory break. You have 30 minutes to walk an area the size of 14 football fields to get to the break room. There's no time to heat up food. Something from the vending machine will have to do. You finish up, head to the bathroom, and make it back to your station 10 minutes late. You get a text message, you've racked up TOT, report to HR. Too much TOT could get you fired.
You heard that? Did you hear that? Sometimes, now, I think they stretched that right there. I think they stressed it that you take a break and you have to walk 14, well, something that's equivalent to 14 football fields for the break room. I don't believe that there's only one break room in that big ass facility. I've been to them. I know that there's multiple restrooms. I don't know specifically about break rooms and the amount of break rooms, but 14 football fields long, equivalent. I don't believe that, but I back it up.
That workers are being monitored anytime they're not performing their job. It's called TOT, or time off task.
Time off task.
Picture this. You've been standing for 4 hours. It's time for a mandatory break. You have 30 minutes to walk an area the size of 14 football fields to get to the
That is a misrepresentation.
break room. There's no
You have to walk an area the size of four football fields. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because 1,400 damn y'all. Yeah. 4 football fields. That's what you have to walk to get to the break room. I think that's a misrepresentation of these facilities. Just saying.
no time to heat up food. Something from the vending machine will have to do. You finish up, head to the bathroom, and make it back to your station 10 minutes late. You get
Well, on other jobs, you make it back 10 minutes late, you're late. I understand. Clocking out from here, going over here, getting you some food, bathroom, this. I do understand that length of walk, it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I get it both ways. I do understand that, and that's a problem. So maybe, damn it, they need to build more break rooms within that 4 football field length. Just in my mind.
a text message. You've racked up TOT. Report to HR. Too much TOT could get you fired.
You want to fire me for going to the bathroom if I got too much TOT time? Come on now.
That means that you have been, listen, your too much TOT time, like they say, it can't get you fired. If you got if your ass keep coming back from break 4 to 10 minutes late, like on any other job, you will be let go. Can we just clear that up? It's not just an Amazon thing when it come down to that right there. You coming back from break late. Insane.
Just life. Going to the bathroom.
Yes, life going to the bathroom, knowing how much time that you have. You got to be quick on your feet, pimp. Shh. If you really got to pee by the time you walk in that bathroom because you got to pee so bad, soon as you hit the stall, you pissing. I don't know if it should take you more than a minute to piss, but you pissing as soon as you hit the stall.
Mother Nature called.
Amazon has said its workers don't need to unionize, talking up its competitive benefits and starting pay of $15.30 an hour.
So you got to ask yourself, starting pay at Amazon, and hell, like in Florida, a lot of places, Amazon is $20. Well, I know the drivers is $20, $21 starting. The warehouse workers is $15, $18, something like that starting. I'm talking about Florida. You got to ask yourself, can you work somewhere else and make them $15 to $20? And if so, you need to go work somewhere else. Just in my mind, I have never complained about what a company was paying. I've never complained about what a company was paying. I just found a higher paying job. Or got on my entrepreneurial and went hard at that. You know what I'm saying? I never complained like that. But I guess this is a good complaint. I guess. I don't know.
That's more than double the state's minimum wage of $7.25. Daryl says it's not a livable wage and that they deserve.
Did she say the $7.25 is not the livable wage or the $15 is not a livable wage? Let's see.
Starting pay of $15.30 an hour. That's more than double the state's minimum wage of $7.25. Daryl says it's not a livable wage and that they deserve more for what they're contributing to the company.
So is you telling us now, listen, the $7, the $6-7 what minimum wage is in a lot of these states and shit, all right, I will agree. That's not a livable wage. Let me explain something to a whole bunch of you who make that argument. At these ages to where we got gray on our face and we have children, by the time you have children, you should not be working minimum wage. Minimum wage is for the youth. Minimum wage is for the youth. By the time we have kids, we should have our careers set up and where we want to go. We should have our trades. We should have our degrees. About the time we have kids, but we don't. But minimum wage is for the young folk. So if you over 30 and over 40 complaining that this minimum wage that I am receiving or that I'm working for is not livable wage, you right. For you. Because minimum wage should not be something that you live on, off of. Like I said, it's for the teens. It's for the children. And it's for the children who stay with their parents. That's what minimum wage is for.
If I was to see him right now, I would ask him, you just do what we do for a month. Because I want to see how long will he last. It ain't fair.
One thing about Jeff Bezos, Playboy, he don't have to work it. The business owner don't have to work it. Sorry. They created the business. Think about this. Watch. Take Amazon away. Where you going to work? And if you will have an answer for me, if you can answer me quick of where are you going to work? Now you need to put in your mind that Amazon doesn't exist and go work at that place the way you tell me that you can go work and make what you need to make. I was always that person. I can't get mad at what these people paying. I can't get mad at that. They created a business. If I want to have the same opportunities, I need to create a business. Jeff is going to install robots. So, he going to install. It's coming. It really is coming. Shout out to Sosa for the $2 cash out. Say, don't wash hands. Save 2 minutes. Here it is.
To us, working like we working and got him in his position he in, and he don't care about us and want to pay us.
He don't have to care about you per se. You should care about your employees to a certain extent. But a company comes in and they double the minimum wage, you would really think, well, damn, they looking out for. Do y'all understand that people typically, to make $15, you had to have some type of certificate? A lot of people was getting degrees and making $15 an hour. So once they implemented the hiring rate to boost it up, now a lot of y'all is making more than a CNA. A lot of y'all is making more than some people with degrees, with no skill. Amazon drivers make more than a whole bunch of people who graduated college. All right. Y'all don't hear me, though. Shout out to Sosa for the $3 cash app. Say dad and son tag team at Burger King. Hashtag carpool. I'm trying. Hey, man, we got to double up that paper.
Next week, Amazon will face its first unionization vote in the country in 7 years at Bessemer, Alabama. At its heart, this is a fight for fair labor that's taken root in a place that epitomizes the struggle for racial justice.
My great-grandparents lived here years ago in Bessemer. And if you drive around, you can see that it's a struggling area.
This is a union effort being led by an overwhelmingly black workforce in a town where a quarter of the people live in poverty.
It's not the fact that you're coming here to bring economic growth, but you're coming here to get cheap labor because they're easily to accept the smaller pay and don't think that they deserve to get compensated for their hard work.
Let me stop you right there, baby. Say Amazon came there because they know that people will accept the cheap labor. They came for cheap labor because they know that the people is in a hardship, that they will accept it and don't think that they deserve more. Baby, Amazon is across every state. It's not just in places to where the poverty level sits low and shit like that. No, baby. No, baby. They is in affluent areas paying people $15 an hour. In Florida, they paying people $20 an hour. In Florida, in affluent areas. So you really just can't say, oh, they came to a place. And hell, even if they came to the place for your so-called cheap labor, what was people doing before Amazon got there? Did they even have jobs before Amazon got there? Y'all really got to ask yourself that right there. I know. We want to think about, it's just a sad place to work. Okay. You might be right. But is there other companies that you can work for? If it's such a really, 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 really big problem, y'all need to quit. You can typically make companies change what the hell going on if you don't show up to work. Shout out to Sosa for the $2 cash app. Say what you've been making before. Be grateful or don't work. I'm trying to tell you, the fuck. And a lot of us complain. A lot of us really complain about wages is because we put too much on ourselves, like having children, buying brand new shit, cars, homes, shit like that right there, that we can't afford. Because we didn't have a plan, we jumped on out here. And now, it's not enough. Yes, it's not enough to keep up with what we have indebted ourselves to. It has nothing to do with the companies. Population increase, the working class will be the new homeless, as they say. But listen, if we really have a problem, stop working for the company. Do y'all know if just at one facility of Amazon, the workers strike one day, that's millions, that's done. I guarantee you they're going to have a conversation. They will have a conversation. Listen, a lot of times you might not even need unions. Just everybody got to say, we striking. Amazon is trying to purchase planes now. Yeah. Hell, they is already linked up with other airplane carriers and airplane companies working it. So now they're trying to get their own, which is smart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Target is hiring $20 an hour. Yeah. So either y'all can walk off the jobs, or because people don't walk off the job because I need the money. Well, if you need the money, you got to find the money somewhere else. You have to find the money somewhere else. And for them to put an Amazon in that poverty-stricken area, which if it's so poverty-stricken, you put an Amazon there, you paying people double the minimum wage, you just damn near bought them people out of poverty. If it's 2-3 people out of the same household, go work for Amazon at $15 a piece. We got $45 an hour. We working 10-hour shifts. We just came out of poverty. I know. We don't think it that far. But I do understand people complain, and hell, if they can try for unions, go ahead on and get the unions. But remember, unions have fees. Then people can even if your union gets you in there to get paid more, the companies can cut your hours. Companies can cut your hours. Don't ever forget that right there. Yeah. We can pay you $35 an hour, but we don't have to work you 40. Just saying. I'm just saying. So I'm trying to help. So congratulations to the people who was able to get the union thing. But for them players talking about, I need my job back. I don't. Come on, player. I ain't working for these motherfuckers no more. If they fired me and I had the time to set up a union thing, that's because I'm pissed. That's because I'm pissed and I'm trying to do something to their ass for playing. Because I'm pissed, I don't ever want to work for these people. There's somewhere else I can make $15 at. There's somewhere else. But we will typically complain that you can't find nowhere that will pay you that. That's because we don't have skills. We don't have skills, and we don't have our certificates and all of that, degrees and no. It's because we lack skills. That's really all it is. We lack skills. The 912 Savannah's in the building. Listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. I hope I bought y'all the midday news like it's supposed to be bought. That's what's up. Round here, we building something better out here in these streets. Listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with a player. Please remember, go around to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Subscribe to the website. Pick up something for you and your loved ones. If you'd like to see what we call the event video, please go around to the Patreon, the Willie Williams Show. The link is down there in the description. Thank you all for looking, sharing, liking, getting the thumbs up, PayPal and Cash App and Super Chatting. And again, we got a podcast. We podcasting on Anchor and Spotify. You can always listen to the Midday News Story on the podcast if you can't watch us on YouTube and or the website. If you're not following me on IG and Twitter, something really wrong with you, but you're grown. Please follow me over in them two places at the WW Show. That's what's up. Appreciate y'all for rocking. I see y'all later on tonight at 8 o'clock. Y'all have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace. Right now I'm gone. Bam.